Hi, I'm Nick, and this is RimWorld. Now, I was playing a previous game of this, of which you can find the videos of on my page. A playlist of, I believe, 14 videos. But I am starting again. Firstly, because I felt like starting again. I felt like I'd learnt a few things. Well, because the last, the initial series was my first real game of RimWorld. I learnt some things, and then I wanted to play a game where I didn't stuff some of those things up from the start, and I didn't get half of my people killed, even though I could continue surviving from that point of having half my people get killed. I wanted to try things out again. And also, I think last time I spent a bit too much time kind of faffing around, and spent too much time trying to work out how to play the game, and that perhaps wasn't as interesting to watch. So we're just going to kind of be a bit more streamlined this time. Now, where am I going to play? Last time I was playing in a tropical mountain kind of area, and we actually had a heat wave there, and a heat wave wasn't actually as hard to deal with as I thought it would be. So I'm actually kind of tempted to play in a sort of extreme biome. Well, I'm less put off by the extreme biome. I think it wouldn't actually be that hard to deal with. Though the growing period, that's the issue. So this is a factional base. I've just found pirates, the stone-faced monkeys. So yeah, the growing period is the big issue. Obviously, if you play somewhere that it gets cold and the growing period is limited, then you've got to save food for the winter. So I might not go with that, but and you can never grow anything here. I guess you could hydroponic food in the mountains or something if you were playing there, but yeah. Also, I feel like a different biome. So I've been in the tropical rainforest where there were capybara and cobras and tortoises. I've been calling them turtles, and boars and llamas, or they were alpacas, I think. So let's play on a different thing. Maybe arid shrubland is what we want. I'm kind of tempted to play in a somewhat hot place, but dig into the mountains and kind of have a air-conditioned cave lifestyle. So what is the hottest place in this entire map? Seems to be around here. Is that correct? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Anyway, let's find somewhere that's either extreme desert or arid shrubland. Which one's more exciting? Growing period all year round. Growing period year round. So, let's go. Just go with. What's a good mixture of rocks? I went granite, so I have my strong walls, which I didn't end up actually building last time. Yeah, let's go with that mixture of things. This is mountainous. It's fairly hot. It's got a year-round growing period. Let's go advanced, make it slightly bigger than normal, and we will start in the... Ooh. Well, firstly, we're playing on permadeath mode. We'll see what season they give us. I don't know what let's do. But in terms of people, last time I went with all teenagers. Except I went far too useful all teenagers. I initially was gonna just go with teenagers who had crazy careers, but then I ended up actually having useful people. So I'm just going to roll some people, think of a theme for my people, and then I will be back. Okay, so I've been thinking for a few days actually of having a playthrough of, I guess, with the title "Too Smart for Their Own Good," having just rolling, and as soon as I get a too smart person, just stopping at that, and then it doesn't matter what kind of people they are. These people, they all have negative traits. We've got a pessimist here who's going to be grumpy all the time. We've got someone who's ugly, who everyone else is going to not talk to, and amusingly, they are really social. They're really good at talking to people, but they're ugly, so everyone's going to dislike them. I had someone who was ugly last game, and yeah, it was a big penalty, and they turned out to be really unhappy because everyone just was ignoring them and slighting them and insulting them. But maybe this person's going to be so social that they can just get around that. But yeah, I guess maybe they'll do our doctoring. Well, maybe they'll skill up their doctoring, do crafting, and until then do growing and construction work. And we've got someone who is a paramedic who ironically cannot. Oh yeah, so it's because he started as a vat-grown soldier, he can't actually do doctoring or wardening, so he can't do social or medicine things. And then he's paramedic, so that's a good start. But both these people are hard workers, so maybe they'll do some good things. And he's got some passions. He can do the cooking, I think. Yeah, let's get them. Yeah, he can do the cooking and do some growing and mining. And make the art. I guess someone does need to make things pretty, so everyone is less depressed. So that's that person. And then we have this person who's a pyromaniac joy wire artist, so incapable of firefighting or dumb labour. So can't do any hauling. As I said, a pessimist. I guess they'll build things, but they're terrible at it. Yeah, I don't know what jobs I'm really going to give this person, but or maybe they'll do the research. Who knows? Who knows, really? But I think construction, you don't really build. Oh, furniture faster. Okay, so just don't get him to build any furniture until he's skilled up a bit. Anyway, we're gonna go with this, and we're gonna see how fun, or not fun, this turns out to be. So yeah, arid shrubland, mountains, 3 people who are too smart for their own good, so they're gonna, in theory, they're gonna skill up faster, but they are gonna be kind of neurotic because they're just too smart for their own good. So, here our pods land down, and one of them is naked. Does not have... oh, just wearing pants, okay. Is he upset that he's naked? No, because only girls are upset for not wearing tops in this game. So, who has the actual best? Oh, and we've got a... oh, fox is a person, okay. What is this? It's a cat, okay. Oh, which I can just kill straight away. But yeah, so it's a cat. You can't train cats. So, Muse is an altruist. Okay, Muse the altruist. What's... okay, you can't shoot or do anything violent. Fox is 3-6, and Bolly is 3-2, so I guess you, with your passion for guns, gets the survival rifle, and you, let's give you the plasteel knife to melee things to death with. So, let's unforbid all of that stuff. Oh, of course, people take priority. Unforbid it. Oh, God. Now, you don't really need to watch me do this. So, what are we actually going to do in terms of base location? Let's look around. We've got some nice canyons. Can we... I assume we can't grow things on the sand? I'm assuming. There's gravel. Oh, there's not really much soil here at all. So our base location might be determined by where there's soil. Let's just actually see if we can grow this. Nope, can't grow on sand. Delete that. So I don't know if we can even grow on gravel. Maybe we can grow on gravel. We'll find out. So we need somewhere that we can grow our food. And are there any steam? Okay, there's a steam geysers there. And a steam geyser there. And that's got a lot of food location around it that we could grow things in there and maybe build some kind of wall. Ooh, and there's rhinos. Okay, so that's what lives in this area. We have rhinos, we have boomalopes, which seem to be everywhere. Like, well, in the 2 biomes I have so far played, boomalopes have lived there. We've got alpacas once again, and a boom rat. Okay, is a boom rat like a boomalope? Is a boom rat like a tiny boomalope, or is it? Anyway, we'll discover that. So we've just got boom rats, squirrels, rhinoceroses, elephants. Cool. And wild boars. So there's a geezer there. Geezer there. So that currently is looking like the best place for our base. We could easily build around here. That's an easily defended spot, but doesn't have any real farmland in it. Similarly, I mean, we'd need to, like, I guess, build a wall along the edge of the map if we lived there. But that would be fairly defensible otherwise, I would think. Where are the existing structures? So there's one up here, but not really anything else. And where is the... So compacted steel there, uranium ore, whatever we use that for there. We've got sandstone, so we've got compacted steel. Compacted steel, where's some compacted machinery here? Yeah. Okay, those will be somewhat important. So, given that, I'm gonna do a quick laying out of my architecture, and I'll be back. Welcome back. Anyway, so I have set out kind of my work priorities for all my people. So, I mean, it's not optimal, but my team isn't really very optimal. I've learnt to make sure that I have 2 people with Doctor, so that they're both marked down to do doctoring if needed, because if one of my doctors gets is the ill one or the hurt one, then the other one can do the doctoring. Anyway, I've set out some things. I'm going to use this natural area here as my larder. Obviously going to oh, actually that's what I want to do. I actually want to put a cooler in there instead of a wall. Oh, sadly I can't set the cooler up yet. Yeah, but anyway, I've got food stockpile, non-food stockpile. Making use of as much stone floor as possible for my stockpiles. Maybe I should even extend that down slightly. And then on my dirt bits, I've got this is corn, you've got berries, you've got rice, and you've got up here I've got a cotton one just so that I have enough cotton in time to make people, someone who doesn't have a shirt gets a shirt, and if I end up having like a random colonist turn up who is a nudist, then I'll be able to actually make them clothes. I don't think I need that much cotton, so that's it's actually surprising how much food you can get just from some more small areas. Maybe I should actually plant more food. And then here, a Cecropia tree plantation essentially. So I'm going to be short of wood, though there is some wood, starting wood around. I just want to, maybe that's too much wood. That does seem to be too much wood, but wood does take a long time to grow, so we'll do our tree plantationing, and actually maybe I should, yeah. After this initial plantations have gone in, I'll start planting some more food, because we really do need more food. Actually, I should mark that one for harvest. And we've got our initial raspberry bushes. Seems like there's raspberry bushes everywhere in the world that you can just eat the raspberries off. It's lucky. I'm doing more construction this time with steel, though I'm keeping that. The reason why I'm using a wooden auto door there is because wood, the doors open faster, so a wooden auto door opens really fast, because it weighs less. I'm actually building steel walls this time, partially because I actually start with more steel than I start with wood, but also because with this kind of natural rock outcrops, I figured if I started building a bedroom, and I'm actually having 3 separate bedrooms, each of them are the same size, so no one can be jealous about other people having a bigger bedroom. If I started making the external walls in steel, then that could easily be converted into kind of the fortifications later on. I can just add fortifications off the side if I end up doing that. This does end up being a bit harder to defend, because there's not really like one choke point or one entrance into the place like there was in the previous map, so I might have to defend the south and the north, or I could just put turrets in the center, and then anyone who comes in gets hit by the turrets. I'm probably going to build my power generation on the desert, because what else can you build there? And yeah, we're going to start with a wind turbine yet again. Yeah. So, if I just, yeah, I guess that's the best thing. Yeah, and I'm going to build power conduits. All the way. Oh, not all the way. Actually, let's just build it across. This way it's easier to connect to everything. That's probably going to ruin my crops, but anyway. No, let's build across there, because then we've got using more stone. Cancel that thing. Yeah, I think that's all we want for the start. Might build a solar panel as well. Apparently these don't block the wind turbines. Actually, if we build the solar panel here, obviously this is not very easy to defend if we leave them out here, but they don't take up as much, don't take valuable farming space, and we can easily, if we're defending these entrances anyway, we might have something that would defend the power generation. And also build some power generation down there, and eventually we'll have geothermal on that steam geyser. Like, I've never actually built geothermal, but that's what we're going to do. Anyway, let us go, I think. And we're going to need colonist beds, yes, I'm aware of that, and I'm going to build some rooms. So in the infinite wisdom that decided the power conduit is the most important bit. And Fox is just chopping down trees, which I guess will be useful later on. So yeah, really they're doing the building first, which I guess is actually the important thing. It's good to actually have beds by the time people go to sleep. We're gonna restrict this to the home area. Don't know why they decided that up there was a home area. Let's actually deal with that. That's not home. But this is. That's home area. Potentially up down here as well. Alright. So the cat stays around the house. So is Bolly learning any oh, already gone from 2 to 4, so that's some fast learning. And Muse we had as doing construction work at the start, just because she started with the highest amount of construction ability. What is that? Oh, did they just... Oh, no. Okay, there is wood there. I don't like Bolly's haircut, but anyway. Maybe I'm too anti-punk. Maybe we're not fun. Maybe I'm anti-fun. Not actually anti-punk, but... maybe... I don't know. I'm reminded of, in uni, first year uni, someone I knew had a mohawk in my class, and apparently he passed out at some camp and his mohawk went flat in the shower. I think that was the kind of the funny story of our first week of university. That this random guy had a mohawk that went limp in the shower. Which is a very when I think about it, a very dumb story. I guess we were very dumb in when we were 17 that we thought that that was amusing. Um, yeah. Okay, so they're planting the plants. Personally, I would have, I guess, started planning from the start, but anyway, they've got their beds now, and they will then have... What the hell? Did my cat just die? Oh, it killed a squirrel for no reason. Oh, it's eating the squirrel. Oh, okay. Oh. Somehow the squirrel cracked the jaw of the cat. Don't know how the cat is eating with a cracked jaw, but anyway. Squirrel's now going to bed. And, oh, we should actually set this up to have target temperature. Let's actually just 3 degrees, I think, is what we're going to go with. Generally you set for just a 4 or 5, I think. Why the hell are you going to sleep in... Oh, you're just stargazing. Okay. And our cat's already healed its, are people? Okay, everyone's just stargazing. Oh, because I told them do some happy stuff before you go to bed. And, so they've either got to go for a walk or stargaze. That's their options, really. And everyone has gone to sleep now. This cat belongs to whom? Fox. Oh, so the cat's sleeping near its master. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Oh, and some people were sick because they had, I assume, sleeping sickness. Cryogenic sleeping sickness, or whatever they call it. So this is actually pretty well set up. We've already got power generation, cooling, some planting. There's not been any hauling though. I think... I might want to put my stuff in an actual storage. Like put a roof over here somehow. That was the first day and night, so I am going to go to stop this episode, and I'll see you next episode where we get into the meat of surviving in this arid wasteland.